Welcome to Stories for Lip Reading. If you haven't used our website before, we suggest you look at our How to Use page before you begin. We hope you enjoy this story, which is called The Basket Weaver by Linda Casper. The Basket Weaver by Linda Casper. As they made their way home from the market along the dusty road, Maria reflected on another successful day's trading. The road was bumpy and it was sweltering in the truck, but none of the passengers complained. Insects hurled themselves against the windscreen, and several stops had to be made to clear them away or to refill the windscreen washers to give the driver a clear view of the road ahead. It had been an early start, and Maria had been squeezed in amongst the merchandise and the other passengers for the outward journey. Now exhausted, she reflected that the arduous day had been worthwhile. The stall, which sold woven baskets and textiles, was popular, but the main tourist season was coming to an end. The products were woven by the villagers during the winter months, on large foot looms in their homes. The more skilled weavers would teach their children, just as they had for generations. Each family had inherited its individual patterns, which they used on blankets, wall hangings, rugs and bags. With the arrival of spring, many people from the village would leave to find work in the tourist industry, leaving their children with grandparents until the end of summer. Maria was known locally as La Canastra, the basket weaver, because of her outstanding weaving skills using reeds, willow and raffia. Her knowledge was much in demand. She enjoyed her work and found it very satisfying. However, there was one product which Maria favoured above all the rest, and for her this was a labour of love. The return of the migrant workers for the winter months inevitably resulted in an increase of pregnancies, and, as was her custom, Maria would weave a crib for the firstborn in each family. She would use coloured strands which had been left to soak for days in the corner of her room, and not one nail or screw would be used in the process. Every crib would be lined with an intricately woven blanket using threads of black, white, yellow and red in the unique diamond pattern which had been passed down the generations of her family. Maria had never married and was now too old to experience motherhood herself. However, every child who was born in the village knew her as their aunt, Tia Maria La Canastra, the lady who had created that safe and comfortable place where they had spent the first few months of their lives. The story of Maria La Canastra's cribs was woven into the folklore of the region, just as surely as the willow which was made into the baskets and the thread which created the blankets.